We're talking about stuff.
And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, your least favorite podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Rapid Dave.
I'm Alan. I always do a cold intro, and then you just shut me out this week.
I did. I put you down, dude. I was like, nah, this isn't.
Hey, where's it? No, you're like, no. You're like the K Matumbo over there. No.
I think I actually would have enjoyed it too, because I'm like, you're usually, I don't know. I for this week, I didn't even think about it. Do you want to go ahead and say what you wanted to say?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right, because most of the time you probably couldn't repeat it anyways, because it's like off the cuff type stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's something that you kind of just come up with on a whim
and just wing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's planned. Like we talk about things. I'm like, okay, here's what I got. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just the moment's gone. And once the moment's gone, I'm just, whatever.
It's out of here. I feel you. I put a hoodie on, and I probably shouldn't have. Like right now, I'm sweating. Like
I mean, you were starting to regret the decision right after you put it on. You're like, it's going to be too hot to have this on, but you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm wearing my Christmas pajamas, so okay. I got beer related Christmas pajamas. Let me just go ahead and show you this top here, if you want to look, or not.
Oh, nice beer. I'm sorry, Lizzie's in here asking me if I had an Amazon account.
Oh yeah, well it is Wednesday. So today, guys, we're drinking from Shiner. They've got their tap room variety pack is what it's called. They've changed it because it's pretty much the same thing as because it used to be called the Family Reunion Pack.
Right.
And they've changed it to Tap Room Variety Pack is the name of it. So we got 6 different Shiner beers that we're going to be going with. Slappy's in the house with Go Fins. But most importantly, happy holidays, gentlemen. I think the Dolphins winning is more important. Like,
I was just laughing my ass off.
It was a bonding moment for me and the youngest one because we're sitting there, we're watching the game, and she's talking to me about how the Lions did. It's like, we won. She's like, where are we ranked right now? It's like, we're actually in the 3 spot, but if the Dolphins win this game against the Cowboys, then we'll be up in the 2 spot. And so we're both sitting there cheering, and we were both pretty excited. Gave some high fives when they kicked that game-winning field goal. So
yeah, man,
let's go.
So Milton, how we doing? All right, so what are we drinking first? Grab a beer.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I actually can't see, so this is gonna be a blind pull because mine's in this little pack.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with this one. Whatever this one is.
Oh, okay. Black Lager.
Black Lager is what we're going with first.
It's actually one of my favorites from them. Like this beer is pretty damn tasty.
Out there, the Spotswood Brewery, out there in Shiner, Texas. This one's 4.9% alcohol by volume. It's definitely a favorite, I would say.
You got any words on this?
No, there's no words on the can, so I didn't look anything up.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. Description. Germans call it Schwarzbier, black beer, but Shiner fans know it as a Shiner 97. Unusually smooth for a dark beer, our Bohemian black lager is brewed with roasted malts and Czech Sayaz, and Stryan hops. All else pales in comparison. 4.9% alcohol by volume, 18 IBUs. I definitely said the hops wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. I guarantee you. All right.
I love the can. Like the black on black with the silver is just it's just cool, right? Yeah. It reminds me a little bit like some AC/DC type stuff.
Yeah.
If you are older fans, if you're familiar with that, you should be familiar with that. The younger fans, Google it.
Well, they probably have heard of it if it becomes trendy on like TikTok or YouTube or whatever the hell it is.
I don't know that AC/DC's ever been viral on TikTok.
It trends. Well, maybe on like YouTube or something else, or not. Yeah, YouTube or whatever, Instagram. It's trended a couple times. Yeah,
I love the look. I mean, it's just dark, right? Mm-hmm. It almost looks like a stout, but it's not a stout. It's a lager.
I do like Schwarz beers. And I generally only have them around one time of the year, and it's we generally get them in like November and December. But like, there's a couple of them out there that I really enjoy. This is one of them, but I didn't get my hands on the other ones this year, which sucks. I'll be honest with you, because I do enjoy it. And then like with some of them, you get more of a creamy taste to it. It's just a little bit more creamier or whatever.
got a little bit of cream, almost a little bit of like a roasted taste to it, though.
Yeah,
Like
those are
not
those
quite
malt.
coffee, but like a roasted taste to it.
Now, I mean, I think it's a national distributor or or nationwide distribution on this. You should be able to get Shiner wherever. So have at it, try it, and see what's up, and then let us know what you think. Tonight, we're gonna unwrap things. Our Christmas. We're gonna do some New Year's resolutions. Look at some top resolutions. I mean, obviously, everybody knows what number one is, but what else? There's something else we're gonna talk
Suck.
about.
And does number one don't suck next year? Or are we still resolving to suck?
Try not to suck so hard, right?
Okay. Because I kind of feel like sucking is kind of like our wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And like if we stray away from that, I think we lose people, right? Like if we start to put like good quality content out there, we just might kind of lose some people.
Maybe. We're not trying too hard. We got terrible descriptions, terrible
everything,
effort, terrible everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Duke Mayo Bow's going on 27-10 right now. The West Virginians are beating the shit out of North Carolina. Oh, he's got a bit too. So he's almost like the Duck, the West Virginia mascot dude, the Mountaineer fella. Yeah, he does push-ups every time they score. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not like it.
That's like every mascot does that though. Like that's just kind of mascot, or like with A&M, the Army Corps guys, right? They're doing it. Just do something. You know what? Do sit-ups, do pull-ups,
sit-ups could be kind of tough. I mean, but you only have to hammer out like 7, so I think you'd be all right.
Or do cock push-ups. You only have to do 1.
You only have to do 1. You only have a tripod out there, I guess.
So how was your Christmas? How was your holiday season?
It was hectic. Austin's been here for a week now. So we didn't do Christmas on Christmas this year. We did Christmas on Christmas Eve. I took
every year. You do that every damn year. So don't be like this year. It's every year.
We generally wake up and then exchange gifts and whatever in the morning, or the kids come over on there, whatever. But we did do a Christmas Eve party. I took a page out of L. Stud's book where we just got ripped up on Christmas Eve. So we're sitting there playing a dinner. We're going to have a party. Everybody come on over, the family, you know what I mean? Because it's like with all these kids and all the girlfriends, all the other grandkids running around, it's a house full of people. So The cool thing about it was I got like 3 days of football, right? Yeah, I mean, it was, if not, it was like 4. I think it might have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then Monday or some shit.
There was a lot of football.
I was totally stoked. Totally stoked. And so anyways, we had dinner, everybody ate, and it was like, okay, well, it's about time. What are we doing? We're going to play some games. And, we're like, all right, well, let's just go ahead and, you want to open presents? Let's open presents. So we opened presents, and everybody had a good time. Everybody was jammed in the living room. Just enjoyed ourselves, right? And then I was like, all right, well, I pulled out the Roomba, that little vacuum cleaner, the circular one, and we put it on the island, slapped a 20 on it. I told everybody to write their name on a cup, put the cup strategically placed. I go, it ain't going to matter because we're going to spin, we spun a knife, and I was like, wherever it pointed, that was the initial direction it was heading. And so people, they're flipping out immediately. But yeah, we did that 3 or 4 times. Then we did some
like last cup standing won the money.
Last cup standing.
Okay.
Then we played some we like beer pong in the house, right?
Okay.
But the normal 6 cup might take a little too long. We do 3 cups now.
Okay.
It's a short island. So you're just sitting back, whatever. And then the rules are a little bit more relaxed. And so we dicked around with that. And I was a champ for a while. And then I got dethroned. I was talking shit, flexing, drinking everybody else's beer. I drink the whole time anyways. So I sit there and drink. Everybody else is like, they only drink when it's time for them to drink. I got a beer in my hand. And
yeah. That's a proper way to play beer pong. Like you have your drink in your hand, but then you have the other drinks, right? Because they have to be consequences. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to be drinking, and then yeah.
And we had a blast. And like I said, we stayed up. We played King's Cup a little bit more. Lissy's younger son just decided it was his night to relax, I guess, and just tied one on. Like, dude, he was like, "Bruh, you know what? I love you so much." It's like, I love you too, but that's fine. It's like, but by the time they left, sent them on their way. I think I had a fire going outside. I was like, but it's real too windy. I was like, you know what? I'm going in the garage. So me, Ty, and Austin head to the garage, and we stay up till 4 a.m.
Just smoking cigars and drinking.
Smoking cigars, drinking, talking, and everything like that. And of course, they're like just sitting there talking. They they don't ever see me like this where I'm like sitting there opening up. They you want to ask questions, you better ask it now.
Now it's time.
And then Christmas, we just slept it off. Like I said, I was hungover, and then we hung out in the living room because we got to watch football all day. So Lizzie and I actually stayed in the big living room, stretched out on the couch, had nothing but room, had snacks and everything else, ate leftovers. Oh my God, had a great ham. And that was it, man. We just sat there and chilled all night till probably about like midnight. Yeah, not later.
Yeah. No, we did Christmas Eve was over here, and we had Liz's mom. She always comes and spends the night on Christmas. She has for years now. And then the sister-in-law, she came over too, and we just we did a little Christmas with just us, exchanged a couple gifts, and then we opened up our Christmas Eve gifts, which is always pajamas. And then I started drinking. I started the night off with whiskey. Started off because I got a little Buffalo Trace from you for Christmas, and I just had I used my little glass, the glasses that they use for flights at Brutal. I had one of those, and I was just using that. I was just pouring my whiskey in there, and I grabbed a couple ice cubes, throw it in there, and was just drinking out of that, and had that for a while. Then I moved on to beer, did my beer review, which I posted. I don't even remember where I posted that one at, and then just kept drinking, and doing the whole Christmas Eve. We're sitting around, starting at 7:00. We're watching Christmas Vacation, which this year was weird because typically Liz's mom, she hates that movie. She absolutely hates it. She bitches about it every year. It's just part of Christmas, right? Just her going, why are we watching this? This movie's awful. The parents are stupid. The kid's dumb. Blah 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 blah. Right? Well, me and the kiddo, we had to run to the store to go get some batteries for a gift that Liz had gotten from her sister, and while we're on our way back, it was like just after 7. I was like, hey, when we get back, Christmas Vacation is on. We're gonna have to sit there and listen to Tanti complain about it. She's like, no, Tanti's not. I said, dude, she does it every year. And I was doing, oh, this movie's so stupid, And then we're sitting there and we're watching it, and she's sitting there. She just drops this bomb. She goes, oh, I've always loved this movie. I was like, what the? Oh, this kid's so cute, and blah, blah. And I'm like, what the is going? And my kid, who was like, doesn't necessarily remember every Christmas. And like me and her were going back and forth about this. She just shoots me over this look like, I'm like, don't go ask your mom. And so we're like, Liz, what's your mom thinking about this movie? She's like, oh, she hates that. I was like, not this year. Like this year, she was just locked in on it, thought it was the greatest movie ever. I'm like, what the is going on here? Like I was just completely thrown off.
Jesus.
And then like I told her, it's like, this is kind of the sign. I think this is the last sign that we've gotten that we fully understand that your mom's fully kind of lost it. It's like a movie that she's vehemently just hated for the last 7 years. 7-8 years she's been doing Christmas with us, and has bitched the entire time she's been here about us watching the movie. All of a sudden now she's like, oh, this movie is so good. I'm like, what the did you say?
Oh God. Kill me now.
But no, we had a great time. We had a good time. Woke up Christmas morning, had a good time. I laid on the couch watching Christmas Vacation all day, going in and out. I woke up early. We were up super late Christmas Eve.
Are you meaning to say Christmas Story?
Okay, yes, Christmas Story. Did I say Christmas Vacation? Okay,
yeah, Christmas Vacation. I'm like,
no, Christmas Story. I'm sorry, Christmas Story. But yeah, no, I was taking naps because I was up all night drinking, and then we woke up super early, and I was watching Christmas Story all day, taking naps. The youngest one got an iPad, so we were taking turns doing stuff with the iPad, having some fun with that, playing games, she's got like a drawing app, like one of us would draw a picture, the other one would color it and decorate it and stuff, just having fun. It was nice because it's been a long time since I've had a day where I just haven't done anything, because I've been doing a lot of, I've talked about it, I've been doing a lot of like side jobs and things like that, and pretty much always working, and just to have a day where I just kind of didn't do anything was nice. We had pork loin for dinner on Christmas Eve, which was delicious. kind of the family favorite around the house. We had on Christmas Day, we had chicken Alfredo, which was delicious. I made breakfast for everyone, make some eggs and sausage and toast and all that for the family, and just had a good time. It was just us just sitting here chilling, didn't have to go anywhere, didn't have any agenda, didn't have anything. We just kind of relaxed all day. It was nice.
I'm telling you, it really does. It makes a big difference. And the only days I get to relax are the days I'm hungover. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm seriously hungover. Lizzie knows I'm hungover. And I look at her, I go, these are just the damn days that I need sometimes, because I'm running back and forth between the rooms. We're either recording or I'm doing 3D printing crap, or I'm helping Lizzie with something. I got shit to do around the house. It's tough when all these damn kids don't live at home. I'll tell you that. I got to do everything myself, and then Lizzie fires everybody. So
yeah, no, it's going back and forth. I've got the 2 antique booths that I'm maintaining and keeping up with, selling on eBay, doing Uber Eats, doing all these side retail gigs, having a regular job, doing the stuff for the podcast, the beer reviews. Like I get home, it's like, hey, I got to go knock out a beer review or two, and it's just it just kind of. And at Christmas, I didn't do anything for anything. I didn't do nothing. Like Christmas Eve, I had a few things ready to post on like eBay to sell, but I just saved in my draft. So Christmas Day, I just had to hit post.
Yeah.
Everything was done with them and things like that. So it was nice just to have a day where I just didn't do anything. It was nice. Don't get it that often. So when you get it, you appreciate it.
Yeah, they really do. It's like, God, like I said, usually I'm like, it's because I'm hungover. So I'm hating the day anyways. I'm just hitting there. But I finally about 5 o'clock, it goes away. And then I'm fine and I can get up and start moving around and get shit done. But you're right. It's like a day of rest is not common.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't go check out the antique booths because they're both closed.
Yeah.
A lot of the gigs that I do, a lot of those places were closed. So it was just like, you know what, even if I wanted to go do anything, I couldn't.
Right.
But I was just determined. I was like, Christmas Day, I'm chilling with the family. I'm hanging out with the family. And that's what we did. We just all sat here and hung out, and the nephew came over later in the day and spent the night, and had a good. He's always a good time, because we both love Legos and Star Wars. So I always get him Lego Star Wars stuff for Christmas, or just Star Wars stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, we had a good time.
All right,
let's finish this one. Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's finish this up. Black Lager, what do you think?
It's a great Shores beer. It really is. If you've never had a black lager, I highly recommend checking it out. It's crushable, but it gives you, like, you look at it like, oh shit, is this a porter or a stout or something like that? It's not. It's a lager. It's how they, just try it and let us know what you think, because for real, like, Shores beers are really good. It really is.
Yeah, and 4.9% alcohol by volume, you can't beat that. Like, you look at it and you think you're going to be drinking something that's 10 to 12% ABV, because typically your stouts are. You're not getting that with this. So
yeah. And like I said, it's a delicious beer. It's one of my favorites I have every year. Like I got to go find the other ones, because there's a couple more that I want to try and knock out before the new year, and we'll talk more about that later. What's the next beer you're pulling out?
Next one we are going with, let's go with the middle on the other side. And the middle on the other side is sea salt and lime. So we're just going like almost like polar opposites here. Like,
there it is. Sea salt and lime is, what is this damn thing? I'll pull it up. I'm actually gonna
beer brewed with sea salt and lime peel and with natural flavor added. This one's only 4% alcohol by volume.
Okay. Yeah, I found it. It's actually a light beer, I think. Let's see. Shiner box. Where the hell are you? If you don't show yourself to me now, I'm going to flip out. Inspired by the Texas tradition of dressing a beer with lime and salt, this summer season was brewed with real lime peel and artisanal sea salt for a crisp flavor and refreshing finish. An easy drinking beer designed for the summer. 4% alcohol by volume, 20 IBUs, 28,000 check-ins on Untapped. It's a light lager, American light lager.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those beers, we've had it before, we're going to have it now, but if you have the ability, the capacity to put this in a pint glass or a nice stemware, give it the full dress around, the lime, the salt, and if what's that other shit called that The
Tahine.
tahine on that thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna have yourself a good time.
Tajin, right? Tajin.
Yeah, just like Jalisco. You're like, it's Jalisco. I go, it's Jalisco. It's like
That's not what the can said.
Hard pouring like a mother. I gotta do something for the
that napkin in the stomach. You gotta take care of it.
stomach. Yeah.
I will say the one thing I didn't talk about was I got an early Christmas present on Christmas Eve with the Lions taking care of business against the Vikings, locking up the North, winning the division. Was over the moon all day. We had the noon game, so by like 3:00, that division was locked up. Like, especially like once I started drinking, like I had I don't know if you saw yet or not, because the review that I did, I used my I got a nice mug from the sister-in-law, like a dragon
Nice
mug, and it's a badass mug.
Nice.
But I was walking around drinking out of that all night.
Heavy duty.
Yeah, good little one.
Nice.
And was walking around the house all night as I'm drinking, just walking up to people going, "King of the North."
King of the North.
Just
I thought it was cute that it took them a little extra time to take it away, but yeah, no, they are the Kings of the North, and they're the only team of plus 500 in the North. So yeah, no, it's a garbage division. Like
there's only 4 teams in the NFC that have a winning division, a winning record. So
it's the NFC soft, brah. You know that.
Hey, we're 11-win team. We're 11-4. Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah.
You know who's not that good this year? The Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry, old school, but
I was laying on the couch listening to that. Oh, old school's in there. And I was laying on the couch and I was sitting there just kind of laying on my side. I was listening to the game. I watched like the first half and it was a real sloppy game, like super sloppy. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to lay over. Maybe I can fall asleep. I have trouble falling asleep when I'm hungover like that. And so, but I'm sitting and listening to the game and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm even laying there. I'm laying like this. I'm like, this fucking team sucks. I was like, you know, honest,
what was it, like 2 turnovers and 2 touchdowns in like 90 seconds? Like,
it's unheard of. It really was. I feel bad for them, but I mean, it's like everything coming. It's too much. They do too many commercials. They got too many distractions. They got too much. All right, old school's like saying something. Oh, he's at the bar. My man.
Where'd you get that from?
He sent me a text. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Dude,
like,
he's got a cool bar. You know what? Old school. I'm gonna show this picture real quick, okay? Who is that? She look all right too. I'm just saying, but yeah, he's got a cool little bar he's at. If I can get it to focus, yeah. Look at that. I like places that look like that, man. That's dope. I like all the license
that almost looks like that yellow bottle there. That looks like the powder that you use. You know, you throw on your nutsack when you got a little heat rash going on. Is that what they got on the bar?
It's mustard. Most people, you say a yellow bar or yellow bottle at a bar, it's mustard. It's at Nub's Pub, having a dunkel from Germany. Nice. We had some dunkels last week. Tried to get one out of the fridge before the pre-show, and got shot down. So, but yeah, no, we're right now we're having Shiner, their tap room exclusives or whatever you want to call it.
They're not tap room exclusives. It's just called tap room variety pack.
There you go, tap room variety
pack
is
what it's called. We're having sea salt and lime right now.
Nice, absolutely nice. Yeah. I saw like everyone going nuts. Like, well, as soon as they won, it's like, and wasn't it a tough win? Like they were
the Raiders won that game.
No. I'm talking about the Lions. Did y'all have to come back or something? Y'all almost lost to the first
I mean, we were losing, I think, like at the end of the first half, but then we came back and took it over in the second half. It was closer, but I mean, it was.
It wasn't garbage time because the Minnesota Vikings didn't score. They only put up a field goal in the fourth. Yeah, so it wasn't like it was garbage time. Yeah, y'all pulled it off. All right, congratulations.
Oh, we won. Hey, yeah, okay. Everyone's like, yeah, no, Nick Mullins threw 400 yards, but he also threw 4 interceptions. Yeah. So it was a lot of junk yards, but
it's like nowadays, like you can see how everything's changed, right? Like Kirk Cousins is out. Aaron Rodgers ain't in the division no more. Hell, even the Bears suck, right? The Bears are just bad.
I don't care if either one of them are. You know what? You know what Aaron Rodgers did last year in the division versus us? We beat him both times.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Like he didn't even play. Like he's like 80. He's 80 years old.
Okay.
But you didn't get any of those guys in their prime. And I feel bad for like Matt Stafford because if you actually go back and look, Matt Stafford had to play up against these really top-notch teams and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But hey, Snowman's in the house. How we doing?
Snowman's in the house, man.
But yeah, like finally everybody else leaves and they all suck. Now you're like, yeah, we're kings of the North. Like, dude, this guy was like losing his shit.
Don't even hate. Okay, you're over there just drinking a bunch of. You're not drinking beer. You're drinking all your haterade. Okay.
Oh no.
Did I piss all over the Bengals when they were winning games?
No, because they're actually beating it. Like they went, hey, look. If you finally beat somebody, if you beat somebody, I'm gonna give them credit, but you ain't beat nobody. Okay. You can find out this week though, because this week's gonna be a challenge for y'all. Because Dallas is really good at home, but it doesn't matter, right? Because
Dallas is really bad against the run, and we're gonna run the ball right at Micah Parsons all fucking day.
Yeah, they didn't tell him, hey, buddy, you gotta stop the run, right?
Yeah.
I'm drinking water and celebrating New Year with my beautiful wife's 6th year. Nice.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Cheers.
Sorry about your losses last week. Like,
oh, that was ugly,
dude. You were like, hey, this can be a great game, and then the Ravens just curb stomped them. And it's crazy because like you see the 49ers are going into that game just firing on all cylinders. You're like, hey, after this game, we're going to find out who the NFL MVP is. Is it going to be Brock Purdy? Is it going to be CMC? What's going to happen? They both just shit the bed and just.
It was crazy. I was so excited. And like, I finally, like, I was kicking the hangover around because I think my adrenaline was just coming through. Because I was like, dude, I'm standing up during that whole freaking game. And then I had a helmet finish. So I'm like bouncing in the other room. Like I cut my hand like 30 effing times or whatever. I got cuts all over my hands.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing to cut your hand?
The helmet. I got a Thanos helmet I just did. And I had to take
Thanos helmet? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we'll see them again in February. I'm telling you,
kings of the NFC, so I'm not complaining. We ran to a buzzsaw with the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens and the Niners again for the Super Bowl in Vegas this year, and holy moly!
Well, unfortunately, the Lions are going to take care of business getting the Super Bowl. So
you're not playing the Bears in the playoffs. You're not playing Nick Mullins in the playoffs.
I'm not worried about that. We might play Nick Mullins in the playoffs because we might play the Vikings in the first round.
You would play the other what's it called? The AFC South, right?
But it doesn't matter. It's seeding at that point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Let me look at
the AFC. We're going to play the NFC. We don't play the AFC in the first round.
NFC South. I say AFC South.
No, it doesn't matter division. It matters seeding at that point. And I think so. The two teams that are big possibilities are the Vikings, and there's a strong possibility that we might actually go see the Rams. The Rams might be coming to Detroit. So you might have Matt Stafford coming to Detroit in the first round of the playoffs.
I think that's bad news for y'all. A good defense, a good head coach, and man, Stafford's looking good here recently too. Like I was watching that game, I was just sitting there watching. I was like, I love the red zone. Like if you guys can get the red zone, get the freaking red zone. It's worth every freaking penny.
It's been hard for me because we don't have our boy Andrew Siciliano, right?
That's the only downside. I miss that dude so bad.
Scott Hansen is just not the same. And it's not just him. It's just kind of the way they run the red zone, right? I feel like it's very rushed this year. Like here. You're just jumping a lot, way too much. Almost like we got a little ADHD action going on. Whereas with like Andrew Siciliano felt like he was more under control. Yeah. Like, hey, he knew how to run the 2-minute offense a lot better. It's like Peyton Manning versus Anthony Carter, Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter.
Yeah.
And he trails off towards the end of the day. Like you don't even hear from him like in the afternoon games. Like he's like, I've got to go to lunch.
But like Siciliano, he would let the games speak for themselves too, right? Yeah, he's like, hey, we're jumping over to here. We're going to bring this game in. And he would let those announcers take over and things. And he would come in and go back and forth. Where Scott Hansen is like, it's all about me. Me. I got to talk. I got to talk over everything. I just got to talk about what's going on. Bro.
Yeah.
You're not Joe Buck. Let it go.
Here's the AFC picture real quick. Let's start with that. Ravens getting the first round bye, and then you have the Dolphins, number 2 Dolphins against the number 7 Colts. And then you've got the Chiefs hosting the Bills. and then you have the Jaguars hosting the Browns. And dude, I'm telling you right now, give me
I'm
that Joe Flacco action.
Dude, Joe. Here's the thing: the Jets have to be kicking themselves.
I was going to say the same damn thing tonight. I
Like,
go, that's the problem with these defensive head coaches. They can't see anything. They're not like they got no vision on the offensive side of the ball.
But it's not just that. It's who was the other guy that they let go?
I can't even remember now at this point because I remember they brought him over and I was like, oh,
but
cool.
he was better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. And like you got Zach Wilson not even really wanting to play. Like, but the thing is, like, here's the thing, and I'm just gonna throw it out there right now, Jets fans. Even if Aaron Rodgers was playing, you wouldn't have made the playoffs because your offensive line is garbage. Your receivers are garbage. Like they signed was it Sky Moore that they signed? They're like, oh, we're so excited. This guy's gonna bring a whole new dimension.
MVS.
Him or no, not MVS.
Sky Moore is still on the Chiefs.
But he got who was it that got
Alan Lazard?
No, someone signed with the Jets and then got traded back to the Chiefs.
MVS. There you go.
Was it MVS?
Yeah.
But just not good.
Yeah.
Your receiving core, you got Garrett Wilson. That's it. And then you got Breece Hall, but like you signed Dalvin Cook, but you haven't even really used him. He hasn't done anything.
Breece Hall balled, man. Like this past week or the week before. Oh man, that guy was like just running wild.
But if you got two good running backs, use them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use them. Throw them both out there in the field at the same time. Throw one at receiver, throw one at running back. Put them both in the backfield. Like change some things up. Do something. Snowman, you want to throw the Snowman? Got to GoFundMe for the Snowman Stadium tour to help my family and to get a chunk donated to cancer research. If you want to share that link, Snowman, you're always welcome to, brother, and we'll share it out.
Yep. NFC first round bye goes to the Niners. Seahawks will be going to Eagles. Rams will be at Lions. Cowboys will be at Bucks. This is all we got. 2 weeks left, so we'll see where everybody lands and ends up. But yeah, I mean, let me tell you this. Like I used to think, like the Cowboys will be all right. First round, they're going to get a chance to take a crack at the NFC South team. They're going to beat their ass or whatever. Well, there's the problem. They're going to be on the road, and if it's the Bucks, man, Baker is balling right now, and so I think you could look at all these. If this stays, this is what I'm saying. If this stays, they're all first round upsets. It could be potentially. Well, you'll never say that because you're a Lions fan. You think you guys are winning the fucking Super Bowl, and you ain't winning. Yeah. You're not even going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're not even going to the Super Bowl.
Okay,
but with this, I can see the Cowboys are tough. They're not good on the road. They're not against good teams. Bucks are middle of the road. The Rams though have been looking phenomenal lately. Like that must see TV, I think. So, I mean, it's a game you got to watch, right? Seahawks somehow can win, and the Eagles are just falling apart.
The Seahawks have looked pretty good the last 2 weeks with Drew Lock.
Yeah. Well, Geno will be back, and give me Geno, though. I want Geno to start. But, yeah, Drew Lock's been having fun, hasn't he? He's been having fun.
Slinging the ball around. But, I mean, you've got three good receivers there, right?
Yeah.
You've got Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Three really good receivers. You've got a nice run game there. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not a bad team. They're a team that could definitely make some noise in the playoffs. This year, I honestly, like, you think you have like some teams where you're like, oh, it's definitely going to be these teams going to the Super Bowl, right? But then anytime you think someone is like poised to just run the table, they get the doors blown off them. Right,
it's happened, and like the NFC is caught up to the NFC.
Running through everybody. Who do the Ravens play this week?
Yeah.
Who do the Ravens?
Look it up on your phone.
Yeah, I'm looking at other stuff on my phone.
Yeah, Pornhub pulled up over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What's your point?
I don't understand the problem.
Got the stabbing cabin on the yeah.
Let's see here. Ravens schedule. They got the Dolphins this week. They could lose.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking last week. Dolphins actually, yeah. They're playing them.
The Dolphins and they got the Steelers.
And then you got Cowboys and Lions. Yeah.
Hell, the Steelers decided to show up and win a game this last week against your Bengals.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
And I get it. It's not Joe Burrow, but Jake Browning had been playing pretty damn good.
Had 3 good games. He's got 3 good. I
they
already wrote
look
the
good.
season up.
And then you got your doors blown off by the Steelers. Like, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
I'll tell you what, Pickett's never coming. Like, they got a whole problem in Pittsburgh. Like, Pittsburgh now, they have to seriously consider, like, what are we going to do with Pickett going forward? Because I think at this point, Mason Crosby is better than Pickett. He's definitely better than Trubisky.
I don't know about that. Like, we've seen Mason Rudolph, right?
Yeah,
but
like
you also got to consider, like, Pickett hasn't played since they got rid of Matt Canada, and that dude was a problem, right?
Yeah.
And so I think you almost have to give Pickett another season without Canada there, just to see.
I think you got to draft a quarterback if you're Pittsburgh. Like, there's either move pieces.
I think it depends on who's there, right? I don't know that I'm going to move up in the draft to go draft a quarterback because you don't know what you have.
I might go get somebody. I might go get somebody, but you have to draft one this year regardless.
Are you? I don't know. I mean, like, maybe if someone falls in your lap, but
yeah, Pickett's not your future, and you're not winning anything with Pickett, right? It's just not happening. You have the third. I'm not even saying the third or fourth worst quarterback. There's like the Browns have 3 quarterbacks that are better than the Steelers quarterbacks at this point, right? Flacco, what's that rookie? He's the law firm.
DTR.
Yeah, him. Even hand job McGee, you know what I mean? And then Burrow. Then you have obviously Lamar. So your quarterback, you're starting your future franchise quarterback is not even like the 5th best quarterback in the damn division. Like, I mean, at this point,
who else
can take it?
Again, you had a shitty offensive coordinator, and an offensive coordinator can definitely make a huge difference.
Can make some breaks, some stuff. Yeah. Break some.
Matt Canada was really bad at football. Yeah, let's finish this one off.
Good. Cheers to.
Hey, mazel, good things.
This is Shiner sea salt and lime.
Damn good.
Yeah, this thing needs to be dressed, though. I'll tell you that right now. It needs the tahini, needs some salt on the rim, a lime. Give it the full works, a little razzle dazzle. And this is a summer, like, Shazam beer. All right, what do we got next?
Yeah. Next up is,
if you guys are wondering what we're having the Shiner Tap Room Variety Pack. We're going beer by beer. We've already had the Black Lager, the Schwartz beer. We've had the sea salt and lime, and now Alan is pulling out the third beer. Ooh, the
Shiner Light Blonde. Oh, dude, this beer is...
It's crushable as hell.
I love this beer. That's all I got to say.
Let me get you something on this. Let's see. Beer detail. There we go. Oh, no, that's not it. That's Shiner Rodeo. I don't think I've ever had Shiner Rodeo. Oh, man. I mean, I'm kind of interested at this point.
Is it in our pack?
No, but I pulled up Shiner Light, and it was one of the first things I pulled up. The folks at the little brewery in Shiner Population, blah, 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 are proud of refreshing 99-calorie addition to the Sputzel family of beers. Is brewed with the same handcrafted small batch pride you expect from Shiner, delivering a unique light beer. So when you're looking for a smooth, easy drinking brew, pick up a nice cold Shiner Light Blonde. It's light done right. Prost.
And this is a beer that I have seen commercials for here lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been seeing a bunch of commercials that they've been doing for this beer here lately, just to kind of promote it. I know it's a beer that we've had several times, and we've enjoyed it every time we've had it.
Yeah. Now, usually with a blonde, you're going to have that little distinct little aftertaste or whatever, but since it's being a light, it's a little bit less potent. It just, if you've had a blonde beer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just that little extra kick, that little extra flavor, whatever the hell it is on the back end. But with it being the light blonde, this thing is crushable through and through. Cheers.
Hey, cheers.
There we go. Cheers, everybody. Oh, buddy. Oh, yes.
It does still have that little kick on the end that you get with the blondes. Mm-hmm. But it's extremely crushable. What is this? What's the ABV on this one?
3.4 carbs. I don't see the ABV.
4.2%.
There you go.
So a very crushable beer in those terms for sure. So we've had, just keeping with the NFL trend, we've had a few quarterbacks that are being benched this week.
Breaking news.
Russ is being benched. You're seeing things out there that he's probably going to get cut. things aren't working out with him and Peyton. Thoughts?
For me, they're doing it to save a shit ton of money. So they're benching his ass now. And then the report came out, like, as we're doing a other review, that it said that he's gonna be cut in March. He's gonna be cut in March, and I guess that's to avoid the $34 million they have to pay his ass.
But I still think it's going to be like $86 million in dead money is what I saw. Like,
I don't know.
he's still going to be owed a lot of money. They'll definitely save some money there for sure. Next up, being benched, Danny Dimes, official. Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets, my man. Tommy Cutlets has been a phenomenal thing to watch in the household. I mean, I love the story. I love the background. Love everything about it. But yeah, he got benched at halftime this week for Tyrod Taylor.
He did. But they're going with him this week. I am a little bit like, I have been a fan of Danny Dimes, right? I do think he got kind of a little bit of an unfair shake at the beginning of the season because all of his wide receivers were injured at the beginning of the year. And now they're healthy, but they're not even going to give him a chance. They're going with Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets. They're going with him. They're going to leave.
Oh, Tommy got cut too.
What? I thought I saw he was going to be starting.
Tyrod Taylor's starting this week.
Oh, Tyrod? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to be back. I think. Are you sure Daniel Jones is even going to come back this season?
Yeah,
season.
No, the story was like he's being benched this week.
That's Tommy DeVito.
No, I saw the story that Daniel Jones is being benched this week.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't played, so I don't know how he's getting benched.
I'm just telling you what I saw on the internet.com.
This is as of November 28th, 2020. Jones said last week in his recovery should take 8 to 10 months. The former time frame will put him on the field to start training camp, though the frequency of level of participation is unknown. A 10-month recuperation would be forced him to miss part of the 2024 season. Yeah, you're talking about Tommy Cutlets.
Maybe the story I saw was they got the name wrong, but I swear to God, I saw a story that said Danny Dimes being benched.
Well, I mean, you're never wrong, so I would assume that they were wrong.
Yeah, obviously,
when you're right.
I didn't post the story. Okay,
you're always right.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't post the damn story.
Yeah.
Also, you've got in Washington, what's his name? Sam Howell's getting benched.
Dude, did you see his fantasy line?
He's not
negative 1.5 points or whatever it was this week. No, he's actually kind of good. He just had a really shit stretch, and he's on a really bad team.
He is on a bad team that they're looking. I mean, they traded away their two best defensive players, right?
Yeah.
Marquez Sweat and Chase Young.
Yeah.
I
mean,
all signs point to Rivera just getting he's done, right?
Yeah. And if he's not done, he should be, because it's over. It's over, pal. Like, you've been there too long and you suck too hard.
There's just so much going around that team, right? They finally got rid of Dan Snyder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they went through and they changed their name, right? They're the Commanders now.
Such a stupid name.
But then they get sued. They're getting sued by the Suez Indian tribe because they changed their name from Redskins to and they want the Redskins back.
Yeah.
So can you argue with that? Because
no, you already did it. You already did it because you caved to social pressure
because everyone said it was offensive, but they're like, no, we want it back.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. And that was a big story that was out there when they were going through all this, was especially with the Suez tribe. They were like, no, we're okay with it. We have no problems with the name. We want them to keep it. It brings awareness. It brings, light. It sheds light on us. We're okay with it. We look at it as a sign of pride. Yeah, hey, NFL team's named after us. And then they changed it to
a bunch of woke-ass white people got involved.
to the name they should have kept it as is the Washington Football Team. Absolutely love that name.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this is awesome. The WFT, baby. Here we go. And
but then they got rid of that. So
the same group that I got rid of, like Uncle Ben's and shit. You ever go down the aisle now and there's no faces of color or any kind of shit? It's like at the store. It's like
What do you
what's
mean?
it called now? It's not Aunt Jemima either. It's Aunt Jemima.
It's Old Mill.
It's Old Mill now, and they don't have Uncle Ben anymore. So I'm like, I don't even want to fucking eat this because
Which was
it's
crazy because, like, when they were, like, changing Aunt Jemima, you had, like, her whole lineage of family, like, they were like, "No, keep it. We're cool with it." And everyone's like, "No, no, no, they don't know what they're talking about.
yeah.
Let's get
But
rid
don't
of
worry,
her."
they got little Debbie still out there.
Yeah, well, she's white.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's number white faces or words all the way down the aisle. I don't know what the fuck the deal is in the world. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I'm like, I don't think they're doing a service. I was like, I don't think they're doing anybody a service other than like removing certain things. But anyway, how's that beer?
It's delicious.
Yeah,
It is
nice.
a delicious beer. I really love it. Um, so we got New Year's coming up. You got any plans for New Year's Eve?
I'll probably go back up to Windstar.
Okay, you guys are
Yeah,
gonna you spend the night out there and all that fun stuff.
nah, because I stopped drinking at midnight because I'm going to do dry January again this year for the most part. But yeah, no, I like going up there because you know what? It's easy. I mean, I'll stay up, but I get to stay up and, check and see what's going on out there. A lot of people having fun out that way and dressed nice and stuff. So I like going out there and looking around. It's nice. It's nice stuff. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go have some fun. I don't know. There might be a party or two we might go to instead, but last resort will be uh heading up to Windstar.
Okay.
Bullshit a little bit. How about y'all?
We're just chilling here at the house. Nothing going on. We're just gonna chill here. Um, do the whole watch. I think we watched Dick Clark's Rockin'. We'll
That's
have it
neat.
on TV and all that, and we do two cheers. We do because Dick Clark's does the New York cheers, right? They show the New York ball dropping, and we'll
Okay.
do a cheers for that, and then we'll do a cheers, an official cheers, um, for midnight for us. But yeah, we just kind of chill here and we do a whole little spread, but it's more like it's almost like Super Bowl type spread for us, right?
Pizza
Like
rolls and shit.
pizza rolls. We'll do little smokies and barbecue sauce. Get some mozzarella sticks going on. A little queso and rotel dip going on. Just a bunch of snack food, finger food. You
I
know,
like finger foods. I like
stuff
snacks.
stuff that you can work on through the whole night because it's just kind of like it's an endurance thing, right? And I'll
Yeah.
just chill here and just drink here and have a little bit of fun, and we'll probably play a few like card games, board games, and things like that. But it's just
Nice.
hanging out and having
Nice.
some fun. You know,
My phone turned off like halfway through. I'm sitting. I pulled back up Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, hello. If you're on Twitter or X, hello. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We might fire it up one more time throughout the week, but this is the weekly show. We appreciate you being here. Pop it in, saying hello, or just watching. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with being
a lot of
that guy.
people just sitting there just lurking,
Yeah, just sitting in the background. Just you're
lurking.
back there in the corner. Whatever. So,
Like Lee Knox just liked the video.
yeah.
Ain't seen his voice in here in a while. He's just lurking these days.
So yeah, I will probably end up just doing that and just. I mean, that's my go-to now. I mean, I don't like New Year's. I've never liked New Year's. It's one of those things where I've got to stay up. I'm tired of shit anyways. I don't want to stay up till midnight, which is weird because we just stay up
I,
till fucking like 2 a.m. like it's nothing.
I don't mind it, but like back in like my mid-20s, it was always known as the amateur night,
It's amateur
right?
night. Yeah.
It's amateur night. That's when all these people that don't go out drinking every night of the week, like the dedicated alcoholics that we were, they didn't go out and drink every night like we did. Okay. So there was a few nights where a few New Year's where we would end up at bars and things like that. We ended up at Broncos a few times. Um, but we also like the house that we go and crash at was literally like a mile away from there, if that, right? And we always had someone that would always be a DD for us and take us back. But then we did that a few times, but then we also do a bunch of like house parties and things. So that we weren't out driving. We're going to places and drinking where we're going to go stay and spend the night and just party all night, right?
Right.
But yeah, just going out and drinking and then having to worry about getting home. Even if it's like, even if you're doing the responsible thing, there's people that aren't out there doing the responsible thing, and that's what you got to worry about, right? Which is crazy because you've got what is it like AAA that will come and tow your vehicle back to your house for free, on New Year's Eve, and they'll take you home. You ride up in the cab with the guy, and he tows your car home. So
Yeah.
for those people that have the excuse of, well, I can't take a taxi, I can't take an Uber, I can't take a Lyft because I need my car the next day.
Yeah.
Party within 10 miles of your house, and they'll tow your car home.
Yeah. I think
Free.
Dart gives you free, like the rails are open that night. I mean, since they're
Yeah.
open and free, you're going to deal with some fucking bums. But yeah, I mean, it's like dealing with them. It's like, all right, cool. They're just going to be amongst themselves.
But hey, good news is you're not the drunkest person on there because you
Yeah.
got the bums on there who are drunker,
Yeah.
because all the money that they panhandled, they spent on alcohol that night. So, or every night, whatever.
Yeah. I just, for me, I just never got into it. I don't know what it was. I did the bar hopping thing once, I think, with Lee. We went to like 4 different places. Like, you got a little bracelet or something like that, and it was like just, and that's fine. It's fun, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, we show up to the next bar, we sit back down. All right, now what are we doing? I you know what I mean? I don't know. House parties are fun, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to a casino and hang out there, drink some low ABV beer, and F off.
Yeah. We would go to like a couple house parties. There was a lot of years, again, we just ended up at a Broncos because it was our local bar. But hopping around to places, I was never big on that because, again, everyone's drinking that night. It's amateur night. You've got that. You got St. Patty's Day. You got Cinco de Mayo. Those are amateur nights.
Yeah.
And people that don't normally go out and drink are out there drinking heavily, and they just don't know how to handle themselves. They don't know how to. So we've been doing, gosh, I think I've been drinking at home for New Year's for probably about like 10 years now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we've done anything since Kinsey's been born.
I just don't want to, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't like it. I think I just want to watch the ball drop in New York, and I'm like, okay, cool, time to go to bed.
Oh,
Like,
Skip
no,
safely coming in with that raid. Coming the raid with the party of 5. Or no, Killer Clowns raid. I'm sorry. Killer Clowns coming in with that raid.
What's up, bro? How we doing, Killer?
What is going on, Killer? Killer, I was
New
just
Year's.
telling Rapid Dave the other day. I was like, hey man, why don't you have 3D prints like Killer does? Like, if only he had prints like you did, like we'd be a lot big. We'd sell a lot more. That's all I'm saying.
Trying to give a shout out, it didn't work from my phone. It's like, hey, sup, nutsacks. I started a video the other day with that shit. I go, sup, nutsacks. I go, I think I'm gonna just bring it back. I'm just gonna bring it back.
You're gonna bring back the troll face or whatever it is.
Just gonna bring it back and whatnot. How was the games tonight, bud? Everything good? How you doing?
What are you playing these days, Killer?
Yeah. I heard the new Fortnite's not bad. Everybody's just having fun with it or whatnot.
Gotta bring it back. Yeah, he does.
I download it. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want.
Talk about what's up, nutsacks.
Yeah. Man, yeah. Oh, we're talking about New Year's or what are we doing for New Year's? What's everybody doing for New Year's?
Fortnite mostly. Red Dead Redemption some. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, it's just ever since Kinsey was born, it's like, oh, you got to find the babysitter, things like that. Just don't want to deal with it. So yeah, we just party here at the house. Skip said the OG season was fun.
It looked cool. It brought back some memories. Like, I remember things before the OG season, I think it was, because it was like there was the golf carts, there's some other shit or whatever, and I really did. I was like, I'm napping for New Year's. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I just some things it was like bringing back memories and some other shit. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I played it for like 5 minutes. Like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to play anymore. You know me. I'm just like, once it's like, Jesus Christ. There's just so much other stuff I'm doing right now.
Well, I just get like every once in a while, like it's like, hey, I want to play Fortnite tonight. And then I go and turn on the PlayStation and I got to spend 40 minutes, doing updates and things like that. And then by the time the updates are done, I'm just like, you know what? The moment's passed.
Yeah. It's like, I'm out.
Yeah. Skip my first New Year's Eve off since I don't even know when, and I can't wait. There you go, brother. Enjoy yourself.
Nice. You got any big resolutions this year? I don't even remember what your was last year. I thought we were going to pull them up.
I don't think I ever have like resolutions. Like it's like, oh, like there's always things that you want to do. Got stuff to print. Drink one for me, boys. Deuces. Hey, just finish one off and start the next one.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep. Cheers, Ty.
So Shiner Light Blonde is what we just had. Pretty damn delicious. Like really damn good light beer.
Yeah, Jesus, we still have 3 to go. Yeah, way to go.
All right. Well, next one. Here we go. Let's get. What are your thoughts on the light blonde?
Oh, it's the same as it always is, right? This beer it's nothing fancy. It's a light beer. It's an alternative to,
A
mass.
light blonde, right? I don't think you see a lot of light blondes.
It gives you, most light beers would be light lagers or light pilsners. This being a light blonde, don't pay no attention to the kid behind me. He's just, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
What the hell are you doing, George Michael?
Yeah. What are you looking for? Your shoes? Right there? Where are you going? Huh? Okay. Outside? All right. Anyways, I got to stop down everything and just ask him. But yeah, no, it's a light blonde, so it gives you a little bit more flavor, a little bit more than you get from like Miller Lite or say Bud Light, and big thumbs up for me.
This next one up, how would you say it? O'Reilly, Mexican style cerveza. Beer brewed with agave, coming in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. You got this little guy here, dude. He's walking like an Egyptian.
He is. Holy shit.
Yeah. You got that there on the sides of the cans. I'm just going to sit here and drink at the house and probably record a few things.
All right. This is an American adjunct lager. Where's the day? Or where's it? It's a Mexican style cerveza. So there you go.
It looks like a light beer. It is what you're going with here.
Looks like it for sure. That's exactly what it is. We got Ruby Bird or Ruby Red coming up next, or coming up soon. All right, let's get this.
We got that in regular Shiner.
Yeah,
we just have 2 left, right? So we got the
Ruby and the Shiner.
Yeah, it's not Ruby Soho.
I can't remember what we had last year for our resolutions and things like that. I think it was like I was going to cuss less and then do something else, which I did cut back on cussing so much. Like, not every other word out of my mouth was a cuss word. So I think I succeeded in that. I can't remember the rest. I probably didn't look it up, but
lose weight, be a better person.
I might have be a better person, which I did. I thought I was a better person last year.
Yeah. I don't necessarily set like resolutions. Like there's stuff that I want to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
Oh, that's delicious.
Got cold weather in the Metroplex right now.
Like one of mine is just work out of getting out of debt, right? Just work. I ain't gonna get out of debt this year, but I can make a dent in it, right? Get in better shape, take care of myself better. Yes. But those aren't things that like I'm waiting for the new year to start. That's always like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Is what that is, right? Like it's something that's just kind of always ongoing. I don't wait for the new year to start it. It's just always something that I want to do. And we're like, hey, here's the new year. Hey, new year, new me, right? The most annoying phrase ever uttered by anybody ever.
It's terrible.
It's just awful.
Unbearable is what it is.
It's just shoot.
Does my face look like it's about to light on fire?
No, you look good.
A nice glow about me.
Looking good, brother. Looking good. It's the white lights you have shining on your face.
Yeah, I was like, I got these lights shining on me. I was like, hey. Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't know. Yeah, it's like same thing. Like, all right, just time to kind of get back at it. I lost like 20 or 30 pounds a handful of weeks ago. And then, of course, during the summer, I even talked to my brother last night, and he goes, man, I tell you what, it's been a long Christmas. He's sitting around eating and stuff like that because it's just you're around all his family, around all the stuff like that. So someone's down on the field. We got Texas A&M and Oklahoma right now. 10 seconds into the game, everyone's on the field on a knee, and there's a cart out there.
That's not good.
He's up moving. They brought the cart out, I guess, premature. Oh, his arm's broken. Yeah, no, he's got his arm in an air cast right now.
So, I can't remember. I was watching a game the other day. I can't remember what game I was watching. Like they brought the cart out for the guy.
Oh, they showed the replay.
I think it was someone. I think it was someone with the Jags got hurt.
Mhm.
And they brought the card out, and I was like, "Oh, what? You're not a man like Trevor Lawrence who walked
Jesus.
off the field on a broken ankle or whatever." Um, Although he like came back like the next week, like you're like, how did he come back? But yeah,
Yeah. It's a high ankle sprain. But yeah, no, so one of the A&M players, he got like kind of chopped down on a play, and when he shot up in the air, he's landing on his back. Well, his arm got behind his back, landed
oh
right on it. Yeah, that shit's broke. Like it's broke. Yeah, we got bowl games going right now. We got the Tax Act Texas Bowl going on right now. We had the Mayo Bowl earlier, which
the Pop Tart Bowl, which the mascot was an edible Pop Tart, strawberry frosted strawberry, from what I heard.
strawberry. You get cherry guy or strawberry guy or chocolate, or you might be even what's the other one? The brown one.
Cinnamon and brown sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, here lately, they got a flavor that just came out, a banana bread Pop Tart, and I've been rocking those here lately. Picked up a box of that and still working on that box, but yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So
There we go. Gotta get my
and
glasses
they
right.
also had a Snickerdoodle one that came out.
Yeah?
That's
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's not bad, but it's not a frosted one. Like it's Snickerdoodle, but it's not a frosted Pop Tart, but it's not bad.
Really? Oh, come on now. Come on. So nothing, no plans for that. You're just gonna do things that you should have already done and haven't done, and now you're gonna kind of do
That I'm
those,
still
but it's
working on,
it's
you
not
know.
related to New Year's or anything like that. I got you. I feel you. I feel you. It's a process, as they say. Well, it's a duck. These teams don't belong in a bowl game. I mean, Oklahoma State does. They're 9-4,
Every,
but
I thought you said it was Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma State.
yeah, Oklahoma State. When's the New Year's games?
New
Oh, I
Year's
just
Day.
said that. Is it New Year's Day? So it is New Year's. It's New Year's Eve, right? For
No,
the
no, for New Year's Day. The playoff games are New Year's Day.
no shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I could have swore I watched them last year. I was at the bar in New Year's. I was like hanging out at the
It's New
bar.
Year's Day. Yeah, the New Year's bowls. I'm actually gonna let me go ahead and pull this up.
Yeah, I want to see it because I
New
just like man,
Year's
because that was one of the things too. I was like, oh, I get to sit here and just watch the New Year's game or New Year's whatever. Let's see. We got the final game is going to be on January 8th, 2024, down in Houston.
Hold
Where's the
on.
rest of it?
ESPN does their breakdown really weird. So yeah, so January 1st, you got Alabama and Michigan
Mhm.
playing at 4 p.m.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you've got Texas and Washington playing at 7:45. They're
Yeah.
playing it in the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans,
Mhm.
and then Alabama and Michigan are playing in the Rose Bowl out there
Yeah.
in Pasadena, California. Michigan is a 1.5 point favorite. Over and under is 44.5. And then Texas and Washington. Texas is a 4 point favorite.
I swear to God, I watched the one last year. It was on New Year's Eve or something like that. It was crazy.
I
Like
mean, this year they're New Year's Day.
yeah, I
So,
just looked them up too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, which will be fun. It'll give you something to do on New Year's Day, sleeping off the hangover. They are later in the day, so you're gonna stay up a little bit late. I gotta go. I mean, hell, I gotta go back to work one of these days. I don't know. Probably January 2nd, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, January 1st we're closed, right? That's
Yeah.
even like my group, which we're like never closed.
Yeah.
We're closed on that day, so
There
I
you go.
get that Monday off, which I will spend it chilling on the couch. I'll watch the Michigan game, and then probably won't watch the Texas Washington game. I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see.
Wander Franco has been summoned by authorities. Breaking news.
Because he's a pederast.
How old was she? No one knows. Like, did we ever get the count on it? Because even the other dude, they were like, "Hey, you hanging out with this chick? You know what?" He goes, "Oh no, I was hanging out with her over in this other country, and the other country, or you know what? It was in Oklahoma, right? And Oklahoma, I think, going to be like 14 years old. It's so fucking weird,
I don't know.
dude. It's
I will
crazy.
say, but like you have like all this stuff going on, like the who was it? What's the guy's name that went to Japan? Joe Kelly?
Joe
Not Joe
Kelly
Kelly.
plays here. You talking about Bauer?
Joe Bauer,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, but all that, all that's come out as false, right? And like now he played pretty good over there in China or Japan last year. I can't remember which one it was.
Japan ball.
And he played pretty good. And like now it's like, hey, everything's been cleared. All these countersuits have gone out. Like he's actually been able to speak out since then. And he's like, hey, look, it's showing all the text messages from this girl talking about how she's just going for the money and all that. And she's posting like videos she's sending her friends videos like the next day, like when she said she was like just beat the hell up, of her just smiling and grinning and winking and just in a situation where the dude just got caught up. One, the dude's into some rough stuff, right? There's no mistaking that. He's just into some hardcore stuff. But he didn't do anything that
nowhere near what he was
what he was accused of, right?
Yeah.
And she was just going for that money. And she's talking to her friends and texting her friends like, I'm just going for that bag, going for that money. She's talking to like other like MLB players, talking about how she's going to take advantage of this guy and all this, and just a shitty situation. Just
let me ask you this question. So what would you like to see from something like this? Do you want to see her where she has to pay him like into perpetuity or something like that? Like there's a dollar amount, right? If she was suing for like $10 million or trying to get him in jail, you have to quantify
but she doesn't have that money, right?
What?
So,
but she's going to be working. She's going to be paying taxes. Even if she finds another fucking sugar daddy or some other piece of shit to take care of her piece of shit ass, there's money that will be there. And does she has to cut a check? Or two, does she receive the jail time and the punishment?
I think there has to be something along those lines. That's what I think needs to happen. Because the money type thing, like you hear people talk about it all the time. Like, hey, you can sue someone, but if they don't have the money, you'll never get it. So it doesn't mean anything suing somebody for money if they don't have it, if there's not insurance involved, right? Because like with a lot of things, right, you're going to deal with like insurance, like with injuries and things like that. The person's insurance is going to come in and pay that.
Yeah,
but there's no insurance involved with this, so it's, hey, you're pursuing criminal charges against this guy. There should be something for falsely accusing somebody.
No, I mean, you should get the treatment, whatever the same max sentence that he could have got, she should receive. Once they find out all this kind of shit.
100%. But that goes both ways. That goes guy, girl, whatever. If you're accusing somebody of something,
yeah, I mean, guys,
you
this isn't a guy fucking thing. It's a woman thing.
I'm just throwing it out.
And I'm saying this. I'm saying this as well for financial. Like, no, there's money you can get from people. It's the way the IRS gets their money from anybody. Well, there's no money. I go, well, we're going to take it off the top. And
okay, we'll take your tax return every year, right? So you get $1,000 every year or whatever.
Yeah, that's what But you also get the jail time, or you get this and get that. But yeah, no, there's money to be taken.
It needs to be more so focused on the jail thing, right?
Absolutely.
Like you're pressing charges, you're doing this, and if it turns out that you're falsely accusing them, and they can prove that you're falsely accusing, like in this case, yeah, you get jail time.
You think jail time, or do you just go the step further and just eliminate them from the population?
Well,
like you're trying to ruin someone else's life.
We're not talking, but you only get the death penalty and murder. Okay, so
I was asking a question.
Not going to get.
You don't think like a person like that needs to be eliminated from society? Like we don't need that person around. They do not provide any type of anything to society. We do not need this person anymore. They're trying to just rip people off, and they already ruined a person's life.
We're not going to kill someone over that, okay? You're going to get the jail time. But with the jail time comes...
Well, now we got to keep them alive.
Okay.
Now we got to pay someone. Now I'm paying the bill to keep them alive.
Yeah.
And you're okay with it? You're footing the bill.
I mean... Look.
Nah, I don't want to foot the bill. No, you've already shown that you're a worthless piece of shit.
We're not going to kill them.
We don't really need you.
We're not killing them. Okay.
We need like a department that'll just take care of things. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden they're in a car accident or something. It's like, oh, well, that sucks.
The views reflected by Rapid Dave are those of his and his alone. They do not reflect the views of Strikeout Beer.
Yeah, no. If you're like a worthless piece of shit and you're trying to take advantage of somebody and ruin their life and you want to claim this shit, and his ass would have been in jail for 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no, I do. I back those claims. I'm here for that.
okay. So you're talking about like you're a worthless piece of shit and you're taking advantage of people and all that. So we're gonna throw all the we're gonna kill all the televangelists. So Joel Osteen needs to die because he's a worthless piece of shit and takes advantage of people.
I mean, I didn't say that. You said that, but
I'm just saying.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think he does more good than he does bad, but he is a bad person inside, because he needs that money. He's got to have that money.
He's living his best life in his mansion with his private helicopter and all that. And then
the people who give him money,
when everything was flooded there around him, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't go in our church. We don't have room for you."
Yeah, no, people who give people money for shit like that, they're the problem, and he's the problem for accepting, and then they're the problem.
Were misled. So shouldn't he be? It's on him.
Misled about what?
About his promises. Hey,
what did he promise?
He's promised them so many things.
Is he the baby Billy? He's got the after I pay my scientists, after I pay my whatever, I don't make nothing.
I'm losing money on this.
And why you do it, baby Billy? He goes, "Cuz."
Out of the kindness of my heart, because I love you.
Holy shit almighty, boy. Oh, ain't nothing better than Baby Billy. Baby Billy Bible Bonkers is awesome.
I love Uncle Baby Billy. They have a thing on the Sweet Spot. They have it's like, cause it's kind of like a play on the Bible Bonkers, but it's like Bob's something or another. I can't remember what it's called. I'll shoot it over to you next time I hear it. But it's like, yeah, it's him. But it's him like breaking down like the Cowboys or whatever, like a deep dive into it. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
Nice. All right, nail it. We got to go.
Mazel, good things.
Cheers, everybody. Mm-hmm.
So the what'd you say this word was? You're drinking a beer. What the hell is going on? Are you gonna vomit?
I got the bubble. O'Reilly. O'Reilly.
Pretty damn good.
O'Reilly.
I like
it. O'Reilly. O'Rale. O'Reilly.
Next up, we're gonna go with
O'Reilly.
Texas Ruby Red Grapefruit.
This one I'm gonna bring in we'll do some recordings for things because we gotta do a quick cuts and get like a 2-minute break in here in the middle, you know what I mean? So
I don't understand what's going on.
I'm getting a little squiggly over here. I'm moving around quite a bit.
Okay.
The Shiner Ruby Redbird. Oh man, this is such good beer. Such a good beer.
It is.
All right. This refreshing brew is made with juice from freshly picked Texas Ruby Red grapefruits, the prize of Rio Grande Valley. A bold kick of ginger flavor combines with the tartness of the citrus for a tasty brew that is perfect any time of the year. Pure 2-row and unique malts along with Mount Hood, Citra, and Willamette hops give it a nicely balanced lip-smacking finish, which we like to think popping open this bottle is like slicing into a ripe Texas grapefruit. So pucker up and enjoy. 4.01% alcohol by volume.
My can says 4%.
There you go.
95 calories. When you say pop, I think of, because I just watched the couple episodes. I've been going back through Community.
Ooh.
And Winger has the unintentional party at his place, right? And that's when you first meet Magnitude. Pop. And then right after that, you have the where they elect the pseudo council president, and Magnitude is one of the finalists. It's him and Leonard. Excuse me. And they're having the debate where they're just going back and forth. And Magnitude is like pop, and Leonard's just like. But yeah, great show. If you guys haven't watched Community yet, check it out. It's way ahead of its time as far as PC I don't know, man. It's just really good. And Abed is probably like watching it when I first originally watched it, I loved all the characters, but like going back through and watching it a second time, Abed is the character that makes the whole show. Like I absolutely love Abed. Troy is great. Chevy Pierce Hawthorne, his character is great going through it. Jeffrey Winger, Britta, Annie, Shirley. I mean, they're all great. Chang is awesome. But I think Abed is the character that just makes the show. Like, if there's, are you with me on this? Like, I'm going back through and watching Community for a second time. If there's no Abed, there's no show.
No, no.
Like, I think Abed is the best character out of that show.
I like when they go animated too, like when there's like a variation, like for Christmas or something like that.
I just watched that episode, the claymation episode.
Yeah,
Great, right?
Yeah. The show's phenomenal, and I think, like I told you, it was like one of those things where, you know, you're sitting there watching it. It's a good show. You really don't know what you're getting into. I mean, obviously, if you've already watched it, you do.
I watched it day one. I was a day one fan of it.
Then all of a sudden, it's got the hooks in you. And now, and as it goes, you have characters come in, you have characters leave. But then when the main core characters leave, you feel like empty inside. Like, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, when Troy left, I was just
crazy,
dude. I almost cried that episode. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but like I just watched the episode like where Pierce is faking where he's dying. And like he's bequeathing everything on everyone. He brings LeVar Burton in, and Troy's just sitting there the whole time, just like he's like, I told Pierce I didn't want to meet LeVar Burton. I just wanted a pitcher. A pitcher can't let you down, dude. Just so much great. Like, but like Troy and Abed together is great, but just Abed on his own is, he's up there with like. Going back through and watching it a second time, I think he's up there in like my top 5 like TV show characters
of all
like,
time.
Like he's up there with like Michael Scott, Ron Swanson, Andy Dwyer. I think he's right there with those guys. Like Abed is just so great, and just seeing, he just makes like almost every episode. Like the episode I watched with when they're doing the student election, right? And you get at the end of it, you've got Magnitude and Leonard going back and forth with the debate with the pop and the but you've got like Abed's got this whole side thing going on with the Secret Service lady, and like Troy looks at me, he's like, do you have like side quests in all these episodes? And Abed's like, yeah, I do. He's like, what?
You named a bunch of awesome shows, and NBC had like hits after hits after hits.
Dude, they had,
now there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing on television now.
They had I want to say it was a 2-hour span where you had 4 shows, and you had Community, you had Parks and Rec, you had The Office, and you had 30 Rock. And you had
30 Rock was so freaking good.
4 shows back to back to back to back that were just all just
bangers.
Amazing. They were all great. Every show was awesome. Every show was great. And like it got to a point like I actually had to, because like I would record them all, but like my DVR would mess up like how it was recording them. So I just set it like with the first show, which I think Community was the first show. And then I would just set that record for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So that I would just watch it in one block. So because you had like little things that happened at the end of every episode. And that's one thing that I picked up with like Community, was there was a lot of those like kind of like after credits, like in credit scenes that they did that I missed because my DVR would cut off and then go to the next show, and you would miss some of those. So I've been picking up a lot of those, and they're just also great. Like,
right. And they've done it. I saw like something that said it's been their Thursday night must see TV type, whatever the hell it is. In the 80s, it was the Cosby Show, Family Ties, Cheers, Night Court, Hill Street Blues, LA Law. In the 90s, it was Friends, Suddenly Susan, Seinfeld, 30 Rock, and Law and Order. Like they somehow can like pile on shows Because 30 Rock was phenomenal. And of course, everybody knows Friends, right? I didn't watch Suddenly Susan. I don't even know what the hell it is. But like ER was a big thing. So was Law and Order. But it's like, holy moly, dude.
I'll catch like Law and Order, every once in a while. Like I'll just be sitting there flipping through channels. I'll watch that, and I was never like a locked in, had to watch it. But like if I'm flipping through channels and it's on, I'll sit down and I'll watch it for like a couple hours, right? But yeah, just I don't know, man. And there was because they just introduced Shirley's ex-husband slash husband, right? And it was Theo from the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And there's a line in it where like Winger Jeffrey walks up to him, he's like, "Hey, nice sweater," and he goes, "I got it from my dad," which is definitely it's a callback to the Cosby Show because it's Cosby sweaters, right? It was always known as all those sweaters were always known as Cosby sweaters and things like that. He was always known for the sweaters, and so to hear that, you get that little bit of an extra chuckle because I'm an older person and I watched the Cosby Show and the Cosby sweaters. Yeah.
Man, oh man, it's the best block ever. I think. Like if you think about like what shows, other than like TGIF, like when we were younger, TGIF was, I think was like must watch, and the shows they rotated through there were phenomenal.
Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, was Full House part of that?
Full House, yeah.
And then
it's the one with the Susan
with Susan Sarandon,
Susan Summers.
Suzanne Summers, Patrick Duffy.
Yeah.
God, what was that show?
Step by Step.
Step by Step. Yes.
Yeah. Had to watch it.
And the thing with back then was there was no recording anything, right? I mean, you could have your VCR recorded and stuff like that, but
you can do that.
You had to sit down and you had to watch it, and there was no pausing it. So like if you had to go to the bathroom or do anything, you did it during commercials, and you ran during commercials. I remember running, I got to go use the bathroom during a commercial or go do whatever during a commercial. And I remember, my mom or my brothers be yelling, "It's back on!" And you're like,
yeah, you come hauling balls.
Ass. And like if you ever had to miss a week because you had something going on, like you're at school the next day and you're asking your buddies, like, what happened during Step by Step this week? What happened during Family Matters? Anything happen with Urkel this week?
Urkel. That's right. Urkel and Stefan. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That shit was like, it really was. You go back and watch it. I'm going through, what is it? Always Sunny, right? So with Always Sunny. Excuse me. But I'm watching Always Sunny now. Oh, let me move me over right there. There we go. The show, it's not like you have to sit there and watch it. Like you don't sit there and intake it the entire time or have to listen to like storylines or whatever, because the shit's all over the map. Like it's not one of those things where you're listening or you're having to sit down and watch it because this is going to tie into this one. It's just random shit, but it's so wild ass. Like if you put it on while you're working, you're going to catch it. You're going to hear something crazy as shit as you're sitting there. You're like, what the hell did he just say? What is going on? Then you got to rewind a little bit. I watch it on Hulu. That's just where that's the place you catch it. Yeah. FX and FXX is from Hulu right now. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like the commercials. I don't like I have to bundle it with Disney and I bundle it with ESPN Plus, even though it came in handy obviously during the holiday season. Disney Plus comes in handy, and there was a couple games I had to look up on ESPN Plus or something like that recently. So, but that's a show I'm watching right now. If you're watching, I've said it on previous shows. I've said it on I've said it previously, right? Multiple times. Go back, check out Community, check out 30 Rock. That's what I like to, for me, that's what I like to see. Those are the two shows. I'm not a big fan. I like Community, but only because I like Ron Swanson. I like Leslie Knope.
That's Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. I like that dynamic. I'm not, you're a big Andy Dwyer guy.
Dude, I love Andy Dwyer.
I'm just not that guy.
And April is
one hot, but she's low key funny as shit, and you'll catch an episode where she like rips someone's head off. You're just like, where did that come? Like, dude, she just lays the hammer down on somebody.
Yeah. No, I mean, John Rufio, dude, he's
And his annoying ass sister.
and
Oh my
his
god.
sister.
Because I remember there's a meme out there or the gif where you go, you are the worst. You know what I mean? He said like he's so dumb.
Dude,
So
I catch a lot of this stuff. Like I'll scrolling through TikTok, I'll catch like clips, right? And there's the whole episode where he fakes his death, and like him and his sister are sitting there watching his funeral, and like they're leaving. They're like, "Don't be suspicious. Don't 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 be suspicious." As they're walking away from his funeral, they're both sitting there, dude. Just
absolute idiots. All right, so we finished up the Ruby Redbird, 95 calories.
oh, sorry. I'll make
Texas Ruby Red Grapefruit. What?
A spoiler alert, their dad is the Fonz.
Yeah. 3.1 carb, 0 on the fat. Big thumbs up. Had this multiple times.
Love it.
And it's a phenomenal beer. You should try it out. If you don't like, it's got a nice little citrus to it, from the grapefruit, but the crushability is through the roof. It is a little bit lighter on the calories. It's lighter on the carbs. I lumped this in with the light blonde. This is a beautiful summer.
I think it's more flavorful than the light blonde, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a lot more flavor than the light blonde does with the grapefruit.
I'm glad we saved this for last.
You know what? And it's accidental.
Unintentionally.
Shiner Bock is last. This is their mainstay, their staple. This is the beer that Shiner is known for, is a Shiner Bock. Just a delicious beer. Like as far as like Bocks go.
Stop. There we go. I hit a button and it started playing a video. I was like, no, we're not doing that here.
Yeah, no. The type of videos you're watching, we watch that on the OnlyFans.
Yeah. Tip back a Bock brewed with rich roasted barley malt and German specialty hops. This lightly hopped American-style dark lager always goes down easy. Originally a seasonal beer, fans have demanded it year-round since 73, 4.5% alcohol by volume.
What'd you say?
4.5.
It's actually 4.4 on the can now.
Cool. I'm just reading the internet.
I'm just telling you what the can says.
File that under who gives a shit.
Well, that's what we need to go by because that's what the can says. But yeah, no, you talk about like rewatching shows and like you're talking about like rewatching like It's Always Sunny. Or for you, this is your first time through It's Always Sunny, isn't it?
First time through.
Yeah. The only thing I hate about that is it's on Hulu and you have to have commercials.
That's what I said. Yeah, it was one of my gripes about it. Now I can pay more and go around it, but it's like I think if I do pay more and go around it,
as it is,
I think it's going to be it's going to be more where I'm getting rid of Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, and I'll pay extra to get rid of the Hulu commercials. I think that's what it's going to end up being here pretty soon.
But Disney Plus has some good stuff.
Like, it does, but I just don't like Disney. I'm not a fan of Disney.
Like right now they have What If season 2 is going on, and I'm enjoying that. They're doing something different with the What If the season 2. They're releasing a new episode every day since it came out. And then
are they change anything or like what? I heard it was like stupid shit. Like they're adding on to like last year's, but not expanding like to a new What If or something shit like that.
No, like there's an episode that was actually supposed to air last season that didn't. The Gamora episode, because Gamora ended up being one of the Avengers of the Multiverse, and her whole story didn't come out last season. It came out this season.
Okay. So you get another Gamora.
You get the Gamora episode, and it's Iron Man and the Grandmaster, which is the Grandmaster is played by Jeff Goldblum, which he's phenomenal. I think he's really great. They introduced a whole new character today in today's episode, Kahori. But I've enjoyed it. I enjoy What If. Like growing up for me, like with the comics, I love the What If comics because it was always like a different spin off of the traditional story. And I always loved the What If comics. I have a ton of What If comics from when I was growing up that I read, and they've done some new What If comics here recently. But that's a series that I would absolutely love to have in comics, is the What If.
I mean, it's kind of a layup if you think about it. It's one of those things where you've already created a story, you've created this and that, but now you're just jamming another character in there. So it's not like it's like
not necessarily
totally...
a character, but it's just like, hey, what if, like, for example, like there's a what if the Punisher had gotten the Venom symbiote,
Yeah,
which is
that's what I'm saying. They just start jamming this shit in there, but
you
these
know?
these other people are already created, so it's not like you're doing. It's not a lot of work. Like I said, it's like a fucking layup. We're like, all right, yeah, we, this person, oh, they get the symbiote, or well, what if this person gets the symbiote, or, or what if this person is Iron Man? Okay, I mean, Iron Man's already fucking created, so now you're just saying another person is Iron Man. Cool. I don't get that excited about over that.
Well, you pissed all over everything, so
yeah,
there's that. But Disney Plus also has, like, right now they have they're redoing the Percy Jackson, which is there's a whole the book series, right? Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and there was a few movies that came out, but they're redoing it as a TV series.
Yeah.
And I think the first 3 episodes are out now. And I've watched all 3 episodes, and I thought I think all 3 episodes are really good. I like where they're going with it. I'm enjoying it. I think they're doing it really well, and I think they're going to do, like, each season is going to be one of the books, which is good because you get to expand upon it a little bit more. Like, the movie's like an hour and a half, and I think each episode I think they're like 40 minutes, somewhere around 40 minutes to 50 minutes or something like that, right?
Okay.
And through the first 3 episodes, it's pretty good. But yeah, I enjoy what they put out on Disney Plus. I enjoy the Star Wars content they put out there. I enjoy the Marvel content they put out there. We're getting, I think later this week or next week, is the Echo series, which Echo is a character that was in Hawkeye, part of the whole Daredevil lore, all that. Looking forward to that. I don't know. I just like all that stuff. I'm of the opinion of, you're going to give me more Star Wars content, I'm all in. Coming from when we were kids, you had the movies, right? You had the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was forever before the prequels came out. And you didn't have anything else, right? And now we're getting all this other content, right? We're getting the TV series, we're getting other movies, we're getting a lot of stuff, and I'm all for it. Because I love that whole universe. I love it all. So give me more.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it anymore. Like, I just don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the company, but they realize that now. So now, like, they fucking backtrack a little bit. But yeah, no, I there's no show that I've seen on there that I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't see it. Now, I loved Andor. Andor was great.
Andor was awesome.
Yeah.
Andor was phenomenal. I loved Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian.
The second season of Mandalorian's, second or third? Have they only done 2 or did they done 3?
2 or 3, I can't remember. I think it's 2.
Anything other than the first one. The first one is so predictable. It's like, I go to a planet, something goes wrong. Let me trade this for this. Something goes wrong, but I'll figure it out and I'll be on my merry little way, which was fine. Book of Boba was half-assed, I think.
I don't know.
It's kind of half-assed. Kind of. But yeah, I don't want to watch any other fucking shows.
Rogue Squadron's coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that. I've enjoyed, like, Star Wars Visions. I thought Star Wars Vision was really good.
That was good too. Yeah.
Both seasons.
Yeah.
You've had 2 seasons of that. You've had the Jedi Tales, which I thought was really good.
Wasn't terrible.
You get some more Ahsoka type stuff. Mm-hmm. You get Dooku.
Ahsoka wasn't bad.
I loved Ahsoka. I thought Ahsoka was really good.
Just so dramatic. Like, how many fucking deep breaths does everybody need to take? Like, before they talk, they're like,
dude.
If that's part of the fucking dialogue, just cut it back 15 minutes. It could be a 15-minute show. 15 minutes if we didn't have that between everything. What's the other one? What's that other show I fucking hate? So terrible.
It's every show. You hate every show.
Obi-Wan.
Dude, I loved Obi-Wan.
About Obi-Wan.
I loved Obi-Wan.
It should
Obi-Wan
have just
was
been
great.
fucking
Shut your horror mouth.
Princess Amidala or whatever the fuck her name is. What's her name?
Princess Leia.
Princess. It should have been just fucking called Princess Leia. Princess Leia.
Because Obi-Wan had nothing to do with it.
Barely. Princess Leia Adventures. Whatever fucking year she is, year 4 or whatever it is. She's like a fucking 6-year-old in that thing. Yeah, no one cares. Don't care. I thought cool thing was going to happen with him. There's no way you fucking deny this, but the best episodes are later in the season, and it's showdowns with Darth. Oh man, with Anakin. And
no, like Obi-Wan and Darth going, dude, phenomenal. But like,
that's
also,
what I
like,
showed up for. But then they gave me a kiddie menu for the first 4 fucking,
But like, also with like Disney Plus, you got the other season of
We got Beers with B over there on the Instagram. How are we doing? Sup, dudes? Princess Leia. Yeah, after I've already had like 6 shiners.
Clone Wars. We got that last season of Clone Wars, which the last 4 episodes are the best things in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And you know it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because like the last episode, we've talked about it. You're standing up watching that last episode going, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're locked in, goosebumps going on. And maybe you got a little tear going down your face, just everything going on with those last 4 episodes are phenomenal. Bad Batch. I mean, the first season was great. The second season was okay. But still good.
Yeah. If you got to watch something, there you go. But yeah, no, for me, like, everything that bumps up against or near A New Hope will always be something that's like crazy. Cause that's when Anakin he flips, he's crazy and he's super strong. That's the other thing with it. It's like, that don't dial him back because he is a monster. When
they didn't dial him back in like Rogue One, right?
I like Rogue One too.
He's only in Rogue One for like 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes he's in it, he's just tearing shit up, right? But like in Obi-Wan, when you get Vader, you're not getting pulled back Vader. You're getting, I'm running through a village and I'm just going to start killing innocent people because I want what I want, right?
And you're getting episode 3.
Wrote fucking Vader. Where he's
episode 3, episode 2. Episode 2. When he went back to Tatooine to get his mom. Yeah, it was episode 3.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. And that's what dude, Rogue One was great. Like if you get, what's her name?
Rogue One is on par with one of the best Star Wars movies ever. Like it really
just
is.
A little bit less of Jyn Erso or whatever. It's just like, we get it. All right, you can act and things like that, but just like, oh my God. I get it. But phenomenal. Like the whole cast that they had there.
Cassian Andor is
the vibe, everything like that. And Andor was great, dude. And I can't wait for the Andor. And and it really is. It's wild as shit. Like they start going nuts. Like you these little things. Like Princess Leia dies. Well, she's out in space. Oh, she'll use the Space Force. Like just fucking kill her. She's dead in real life. Just fucking kill her. Why are we bringing her back? You know what I mean? And just. Man, they hit and miss so far because they're trying to do something so dumb, like and go out of the way. It doesn't even make.
But I also think you miss the point of like Star Wars movies, right?
You told me a billion times, yeah.
They're made for kids.
Yeah,
that's it. Mm-hmm. Every Star Wars movie is made for the kids of that generation, right? But you just have to sit down and go, I have more Star Wars, and just accept it for what it is. It's a made up universe with made up powers and made up all this shit. Just take it for what it is.
Yeah, it's just when you see some of stuff.
And the same thing with comic book stuff. There are comic book movies based off of comic books and superheroes and villains. Hey, young me would have loved to have the whole like MCU thing going on. Right. And the same thing for you. Like if you had watched all this when you were a kid, it would have been way different.
Yeah. No, all I had was episode 4. That's how I got into the Star Wars universe. It was okay. Well, hold on. It says episode 4. Where the hell the other one was? My mom's like, no, this is the first one. I go,
It starts at 4.
that's impossible because it says 4. Where the hell are the other 3? And then I didn't get
They
the other
only
3 until I
got
was
'em.
19 years old. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was 19 years old. Fuck it. I'm here. I'm in the theater. I get to watch this thing.
I remember watching it, and I
Stop.
watch it, and I'm just like, yeah, more Star Wars, but I was also like, that wasn't really that great.
I didn't mind it.
But
I really didn't mind it.
more Star Wars, so I was like all about it, and like I probably watched it in theaters like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't
yeah,
mind it.
I remember, like I went when episode 1 came out.
Yeah.
I was living in Abilene, and I was out there with a bunch of friends, and like we go to go see the movie, and this is back when you couldn't reserve your seats, right?
Oh, the story again. Here we go.
Hey, it's a great story. You had to wait in line for your seats, right? You wait in line, you got your seats, waited in line, got our seats. Hey, I'm gonna go take a piss. I go take a piss. I come back, some dude's trying to sit in my seat. And some little Star Wars nerd was like, no, I'm not getting on my seat. You can't save seats. We're like, bro, get on my seat. He's like, no. And the dude stood up with his fucking lightsaber. He's like, I'm not getting out of the seat. I go, dude, if you don't get on my seat, I'm going to shove that lightsaber up your ass. And then he walked away as he's mumbling, you can't fucking save seats.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, you've never been to a movie theater where people just don't go get popcorn or something like that.
Right. Like,
And
that's just.
what are you talking about, dude?
No.
Yeah, I went to Grapevine Mills to watch it. That's where I watched.
I was living in Abilene then.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I remember like some of like the heyday for like waiting in line for movies was like Lord of the Rings, right? You're in standing in line with a bunch of people dressed as like hobbits or trolls or wizards and things like that. Hell, I even remember there was a dude standing in line dressed as a fucking tree.
I didn't even know that existed. Like that movie, the book, and like that. I went and saw like the second one at like the 50 Cent Tuesday theater.
I saw all those on opening night, but like I remember going and seeing like the X-Men movies like on opening night, right?
Yeah.
The original X-Men movies. I think it was like X2 was the one that like Nightcrawler was in, and there was a dude like standing in line next to me that was just his whole body. He painted his whole body blue
because he's gonna ruin that chair.
He was committed to.
They're gonna ruin their clothes. They're gonna be fucking blue.
He was committed to playing Nightcrawler and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean that was the heyday. Like nowadays, like kids don't understand, like especially like my kids, because like all these big like comic book movies that come out, Pastime does things for them, right? And so we have like a whole theater reserved for us to go and see these movies now. But
yeah. I like reserve seats. I like all that kind of shit because I don't want to. I'm not waiting in line. No one wants to.
No, you buy your tickets 3 months in advance, and you know where your seat is.
Yeah,
like
it's not like about when I go see Deadpool.
Yeah, like I don't know if are there theaters out there where you don't reserve your seat? Like I don't even know.
Yeah, ain't nobody would dick with that.
It's crazy.
Let's get this Bach out of the way. This is Shiner Bach, the OG, out of the what's this thing called? The Shiner Taproom Variety
Pack. Yeah.
So
pretty damn tasty, pretty damn delicious. I'll take my last drink. Cheers, mazel mazel. Good things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a staple, right? You go out and if you want something that just really isn't like a Miller Lite, or you don't want a light beer or a lager or something like that, you like something with a little bit more taste, a little bit more like little sweetness, roasted malt, you get a Shiner. And that's how it is down here in Texas. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is nationwide distribution. You should be able to get your hands on this pack. Again, this is the Shiner Taproom Variety Pack. You get 6 beers. 6 beers.
2 of each.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this. If you're watching us right now and you don't have the ability to get a Shiner Bach, shoot us an email, strikeoutbeer@gmail.com, and I'll send you one. How's that sound?
Sounds illegal, but I'll let you handle yourself. We got anything else before we gotta go?
I don't know, man. I think we talked about everything. I think I might do a little. I know we've had some people ask, like, "Hey, do you guys ever do like drunk stuff for things?" There's gonna be a drunk Patreon video tonight for sure. I might go live on TikTok tonight. I don't know, man.
There you
I
go.
kept thinking about it. Just gotta look at the battery percentage on my phone and all that. Or can I go live on TikTok on my computer? Maybe. If I can on my computer, definitely go live and have a few beers and just have some fucking fun, man. I don't know, man. Let's just have some fun. It's a Wednesday. So
It is what it is.
yep. But at the end of the day, guys, thank you for watching us. We appreciate you. And we just don't throw this out there all willy nilly. We're the only. You know what? I will go ahead and say it. We're the only podcast out there that will tell you that we love you. Show me another podcast that says I love you, and I'll send you a koozie. How's that sound?
Whoa.
How's that sound?
All right. All right.
Show me another podcast that says I love you. And you know what? You can't host that podcast because you went out there and oh, well, I'll go ahead and do it and I'll say it now. No, you don't count. Comic Menu, what's up? I'm always late. You're catching us right at the end, brother. But hey, we love you. Show me another podcast that tells you they love you and they mean it, because we mean it from the depths of our hearts and our souls. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapper Dave.
We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.